What I'm about to share with you today is one of the many relatively safe ways in which you can access, but not quite enter, a place I call the shadow side. And its effectiveness depends on how seriously you take me. Your mileage may vary, so refer to the title. I won't tell you that you shouldn't be afraid of the shadow side. Chances are, you've already seen it, and merely thought it was just a reoccurring dream. I will tell you, there is no need to be ignorantly afraid of it, though. There is a difference. Ignorance fuels fear, and fear can give that place a lot of juice to run on. You have to be big on preparation if you want to try this. It's like skydiving. If getting it right on your first try is not something you're good at, then this is not for you. If you do drugs or alcohol the night of the event, you're going to have a bad time. If you're going through some serious issues in your life and are not feeling mentally or spiritually stable, or if you're just doing this as an escape, you are going to have a bad time. And if you don't follow my instructions, particularly the multiple backups I'll give you, which, trust me, are there for a reason, you're going to have a bad time. The name of the game is the Three Kings. These are a few things you'll need. A very large, empty, and quiet room, preferably without windows. If windows exist, you need to be able to cover them and ensure total darkness. Basements usually work well, if they're roomy enough. A pack of candles. You'll only use one, if all goes well. And a lighter. A bucket of water and a mug, a fan, 2 large mirrors, like the one on your dresser. Don't worry, they won't be harmed. Or if they are, it'd be the least of your concerns. 3 chairs, an alarm clock, an active cell phone, and don't forget to charge the goddamn battery. A loved one willing to follow rules and go along with all this madness. A small toy or dear object from your childhood. Start setup at around 11 p.m. Place 1 chair in the center of the room facing north. This is important. Place the other 2 chairs exactly to the left and right, facing your throne. The distance between your throne and that of your queen and fool should be about the length of your arm to each side, more or less. Place the 2 large mirrors on the queen and fool chair left and right of you, facing you and each other. Try your best to have them stand at a 90-degree angle, or else you may get more or less than 3 kings. If you sit on your throne facing straight ahead, you should be able to perceive your own reflection in each of the 2 mirrors without actually having to turn your head, nor your eyes to do so. If you see your reflection in the corner of your eye, just barely there, then you've done it right. Place the bucket of water and the mug in front of you, just barely out of reach. Place the fan behind you and turn it on. Don't set it to maximum power. Medium or low is usually enough. Leave it on. Turn off the lights. Leave the door open and go to your bedroom. Set the candles by the side of your bed, next to a lighter, your alarm clock, and your cell phone. Leave it on the charger. Set your alarm clock to 3:30 a.m. Turn off the lights and sleep while holding your power object. Get some rest. Wake up at 3:30 a.m. with your alarm clock. Turn it off, but don't turn on the light. You have exactly 3 minutes to light your candle, grab your cell phone, and make your way to the dark room to sit in your throne. You should be seated by 3:33 a.m. Don't forget your power object. Check for potential red flags. If your cell phone didn't charge for whatever reason, abort the mission. If the alarm didn't go off at exactly 3:30 a.m., abort the mission. If you find the dark room door closed, and remember you did leave it open, abort the mission. If the fan is turned off when you left it on, abort the mission. If you have to abort the mission due to any of the above, leave the house with your loved one. Go to a hotel or something. There's no need to run. You have time to grab a jacket and your keys and whatnot, but leave. After 6 a.m., the coast should be clear. If all is going as planned, you can proceed and take your throne. Do not look directly at either of the two mirrors beside you. Do not let the candle go out. The fan is behind you. You must protect the candle with your body, which is standing in between. There's a reason for this, as you'll soon see. Look straight ahead at the darkness, not at the candle, not at the mirrors, just straight ahead. Eagle-eyed readers surely noticed I didn't say during setup which chair was the queen and which chair was the fool. That's because it's your job to find out. And from their point of view, you're either their queen or their fool. Hence the three kings. I won't spoil what happens next. Suffice to say, you won't be alone, and if you have questions, you'll get answers. Sometimes in the form of new questions, but hey, that's the story of humanity, right? Just stay put and try not to move. Again, do not look directly at the mirrors nor the candle. Just straight ahead. Trust me. And don't chicken out either. You need to wait until 4:34. By 4:34, it's all over. It's okay to tremble a little bit. Just try not to. Not because it affects the ritual or anything. It's just a bad thing to do while in polite company. Did I mention not to let the candle go out? That's what the fan is for. You're protecting the candle with your body. But if your body were to suddenly be moved, then the fan would turn off the candle. That's backup number 1. Your loved one is backup number 2. At 4:34, they have to come in the room and call your name. If that won't work, they have to call your cell phone. If that won't work, they have the glass of water and the bucket. She can't touch you though. That's a newbie mistake. Backup number 3 is your power item, the toy, or whatever object of strength you brought along for the ride. It'll show you the way if shit hits the fan. Multiple backups. You gotta be like a Boy Scout if you do these things. If you half-ass it all the way so that it won't work. Worst you can do is take it seriously enough for it to work, and not seriously enough to be prepared for the consequences. If in doubt, refer to the title.